Good day, everybody. Good day. Good day. I hope everyone is doing well. Good morning, Wayne. Yes, Yahoo to you too. Lenora, good day. It's good to see you. It's good to see everyone joining in. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa, and Sip is spirit and practice. Spirit and practice. So yesterday I was I was going in and I had to like put a pin in it because I think yesterday's sip could have turned into a gulp, Margareta. I think it could have turned into a gulp yesterday. And so today I want to pick up where I left off yesterday, Mommy, because we're in our mystical series. We're in our mystical series. And yesterday we were talking about welcome, right? To create and to cultivate a welcoming atmosphere within ourselves so that we can connect with our inner mystic. Yes? So I left off yesterday sharing a quote by Father Richard Raw, and he wrote a book called The Universal Christ. And he defines a mystic as one who has moved from mere belief systems or belonging systems to actual inner experience. And so when we are having a mystical experience, it's an actual inner experience. It's beyond believing, it's beyond that. It's a knowingness. Yes, it's a connection. It is a oneness. It's an embodiment. Okay? So when we talk about creating that inner atmosphere where the inner mystic wants to hang out and feel welcome, what is it that we can actually do to cultivate that, right? I talked yesterday about if you have guests coming to your house, you spend some time making sure that you are ready and prepared. You clean your house, you fix something for them to eat, you make them feel welcome, right? You make them feel like they are at home. And so we have the opportunity to welcome our inner mystic and also to have it feel at home. So, what is the inner atmosphere, right? So, I was curious about the word atmosphere, and your love, I love the dictionary. It's one of my favorite books. And so, I went to the dictionary to look up atmosphere. And atmosphere is defined as a surrounding or pervading mood. A surrounding or pervading mood. I like that. A pervading mood. So, what is your pervading mood? What is your inner pervading mood? Is it joy? Is it sorrow? Is it happiness? Is it guilt? Is it judgment? Is it peace? What is your pervading mood? What is your inner atmosphere that you are inviting your inner mystic into? What is it? What are you connecting as? This is important, y'all. It is important. Sometimes I work with people, and oftentimes they are challenged with feeling the connection, right? And then when we start to do some work together, we discover that the inner atmosphere is a little cluttered. It's cluttered with past stuff. It's cluttered with judgment. It's cluttered with regret and resentment. It's cluttered with other people's stuff, right? So there's no space for the inner mystic to move around in. The inner mystic is like over there in the corner trying to just like have some breathing space. But there's so much other stuff, right? There's so much other stuff. So we have to dedicate time to go within and to create a pervading mood that is welcoming for our inner mystic. Yes? All right. All right. So if we want to have a conducive and direct experience with our inner mystic, we have our work to do. And what I mean by work is are spiritual practices. What I mean by work is are consistent practices. What I mean by work is practicing the presence of the presence. What I mean by work is doing what is yours to do. What I mean by work is staying on your mat. I love when I go to yoga class, when we used to do that back in the day, and the instructor would say, "Don't worry about how other people are, what other people are doing on their mat. Don't worry about that this person's more flexible than you and that that person can do a headstand. Stay on your mat. Stay on your mat, right?" And so when we are creating that inner atmosphere, we are staying on our mat. Yes, we're staying on our mat. Yes, yes, Diego. Yes. So I want to share today. This is what I was going to share yesterday, but I was like, okay, Rev Melissa, let's put a pin in it. Let's put a pin in it. So this is part 2 from yesterday. And so yesterday was welcome, and today is mood. I love that word, y'all. Mood. And every time I write the word mood, I make the two the two O's smiley faces. I've been doing that for years. So let's just imagine that, right? Our inner atmosphere has a smiley face on it, right? Has a smile emoji. Yes. And so some of the things that we can do, I have some tools for cultivating a mystical mood. All right, now we are cultivating a mystical mood. So some of these we are very familiar with, and some we need to freshen up, right? Sometimes we get into a rut and we're just kind of like going with the going and just going, not really being present to what we're doing, right? So sometimes we need to freshen up our practices and approach each one as new every single day, because every day is a new day. Every day is a new day. Yes. So one, we can elevate our consciousness through, there's many forms that we can, things that we can use to elevate our consciousness. So I just want to share a couple. We can use sound meditation, right? The vibration and sounds are very conducive to that vibrational connection of the universe. So sound meditation. We could do ecstatic dance. We talked about ecstasy the other day. Ecstasy is about being in a rapture. Yes. So to have a rapturous dance. Yes. You could have a gong bath. And most of these things that I'm mentioning, you can find on YouTube, right? You can have a gong bath. So that's simply the sound of the gong, another form of sound meditation. The sound of a gong just going in the background as you're meditating and you're aligning and getting in sync with that vibration. Drumming is a powerful way to cultivate a mood that is uplifting. Yes. Chanting or having a wordless melody, something that you kind of just humming to yourself, right? Just to get you out of your active mind. Yes. All right. So when I was looking into, what are some mystical moves? What are some of the things that we can do? I found some wonderful recommendations that I want to share. So motions. There's different motions that we could put ourselves in. So I'm calling it mystic motion, mystic motion. And we've seen this, right? In the Jewish tradition, we have seen this when Jewish people are praying. A lot of times they're rocking back and forth as they say their prayers. We've all seen that. There's a melody, there's a rhythmic vibration that they are aligning and syncing their self with. So you can do that. You could do that when you're praying, just going within and finding that universal beat that is within you. Yes. So that's one. I love that. Another is in Sufi, they also have a mystic motion, right? And their mystic motion, a lot of times, is they're moving their heads from side to side as they call out the name of Allah, right? I don't know if you have seen that before, but you could call out whatever your name is for the universe, right? They also do a lot of dancing, right? And the dancing is a part of getting into alignment with the universe, with in their case, and with Allah, right? So you can move your head from side to side. You could do aesthetic dancing, things that you don't normally do, right? Sometimes we got to freshen it up. So these are things we don't normally do if we're not in these faiths. And this is my favorite one. This one is my favorite. And this took me back again to my childhood, to tarry, to tarry. When I was growing up at Antioch Church of God in Christ, we would have tarry service. Oh, yes, we would have tarry service. And sometimes it would go all night long. And you know why? Because it's a lingering. You linger there, you linger in prayer, you call out to God until God responds to you, until you feel the presence, right? You don't go home. You don't go home until you feel the presence, right? So tarry means to wait, to linger. You're waiting for God to speak or inspire. You want to encounter God's presence for an extended period of time. And so you're staying in the moment. You're staying in the moment and you are fully engaged and attuned to the presence. To tarry. How about having a tarry service for yourself as your morning practice? Yes, do that on a weekend because you don't know how long it might take. You might need some extra time. Yes. So to tarry is a way to cultivate that mystical mood, right? To activate it within yourself. And then meditation, but meditation with prayer. This is something that I've started doing more and more recently, is meditating with prayer. So I will go into my meditation, and a lot of times I use guided meditation, and something that I've been using for today's the 28th day, is a meditation by Bob Proctor, and it's an abundance meditation. And so I've been using that meditation for the last 29 days, I believe. And as soon as I finish that meditation, I go straight into prayer. I go straight into prayer. And my intention when I do the prayer is to basically to have that invisible presence that I felt when I was in meditation, to make that visible and speaking in my words, in my prayer. So I give the invisible voice through my prayer. Yes? Okay. So we can create a frame of silence. We can create a frame of silence through meditation that allows words of prayer to emerge from the silence, And then, of course, prayer, right? So using prayer as a living, foundational, conscious way of being in union with the divine. Consciously being in union with the divine. So no matter what you're doing, right? Everything could be a prayer. Every time is prayer time, right? So we've all heard that Bible verse, pray without ceasing. So when you're washing your dishes, when you're going for a walk, when you're making up your bed, whatever it is that you're doing, taking a shower, whatever it is that you're doing, make it prayerful. And you make it prayerful by being in the present moment, by being present. And so we're practicing being present. And being present is worthy of practice because a lot of times we are in the past or in the future or way, way back in the past. I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm talking about 20 years in the past, right? So practicing the presence helps us to stay present, helps us to cultivate the inner mystic. Because where is the inner mystic? The inner mystic is here now. The time for the inner mystic is always now. It's always now. So that's how we cultivate that mood. All right. What else do I want to share? Okay. So I found this father guy, Father Robert Carr. He's an interesting guy. He's a Catholic priest, and some regard him as a little renegade because he's always talking about consciousness. And I guess it's a little out of the ordinary for a Catholic priest to be talking about consciousness, but he goes there. And so I want to share this quote. He says, consciousness is the ultimate reality, not the physical world. The physical world is a manifestation of spirit. The ultimate reality is the spiritual world. We can rest there and we can live there. I love that. The ultimate reality is the spiritual world. Our inner mystic is in the spiritual world. Therefore, we need to position ourselves in the spiritual realm and cultivate a pervading mood that is spiritual, that is present, that is loving, that is the God qualities that we are all working with this year. Y'all thought I forgot. I haven't mentioned our qualities of God in a minute, but I did not forget. I hope you didn't forget either. And you're doing your incantations. Oh, yes, I'm going to do a roll call on Friday in case anyone has forgotten. But it's an opportunity for us to do our incantation, right? As a way to shift when we're feeling a little out of sorts. We all feel a little out of sorts sometimes, right? An opportunity for us to shift is to use our incantation, right? So if it's love, I am love. Your inner mystic will feel that vibration and be like, oh yes, I am love too. I am love too. I want to unite with you, love. And has messages to give you. I'm telling you, it's the truth. It is the truth. So let's spend some time creating that inner atmosphere. Let's spend some time being really present to what our pervading mood is. What is your mood right now? How are you feeling right now? Put it in the comments if you wish. How are you feeling right now? When you woke up this morning, were you like, oh, yes, I am so grateful for this new day? Or were you like, oh my God, is it Friday yet? Oh my. Like, where are you? What is your pervading mood, right? And we know that we have the ability to shift our mood, to shift our mood. Diego said optimism. Yes, yes. And guess what? Your inner mystic is optimistic all about you. Yes. Lenora woke. All right now, Lenora, you was woke. All right. All right. So let's stay woke. And we stay woke by staying present. We stay woke by staying present. Wayne, putting on the Christ. Yes, being in Christ consciousness is very powerful. The inner mystic has a Christ consciousness, is a Christ consciousness. Thank you, Wayne. All right, Lenore, up mad, needed more sleep. Girl, I thought you just said you was woke. So we're gonna shake off that feeling tone, right? We're gonna shake off that feeling tone, give it what it needs, and then we're gonna shift. We're going to shift because we're creating an inner atmosphere that is conducive to our soul uniting with spirit, with our soul uniting with God, with our soul united with the universe. Yes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That is the creative process. Remember Friday, I talked about the spirit, the soul, and the body. So the inner mystic is part of our creativity. What is it that you're looking to co-create in your life? Your inner mystic is your purpose partner that can support you in doing that. Oh, yes, but you got to spend some time in your inner atmosphere. Okay, y'all. So, what is your pervading mood? Check in with yourself throughout the day. Say, what is my mood? Take a mood check. Take a mood check. And if it's a little funky, then you know what you need to do. You can cultivate by using those spiritual tools that I just shared to shift into a more loving, pervading mood, a mood that is conducive to your inner mystic wanting to come out and play with you. Yes. All right, y'all. All right. So I know everyone is familiar with this term. It's very popular, especially in New Thought circles. Spiritual, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Everyone's familiar with that, yes? So let's add to that we are spiritual beings having a mystical experience. We're having a mystical experience. Let's declare that for ourselves today. I am a spiritual being having a mystical experience today. All right, y'all. So we will continue tomorrow with the mystical series and we'll wrap it up on Thursday. I'm just so excited. Please share if you're having any mystical experiences. Please DM me. I would love to know about them. I would love to know about them. All right, y'all. So I'm Rev Melissa. I'm an ordained interfaith minister. I'm a religious science practitioner, and I am a purpose coach. And that triune is my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. And if you need some support connecting with your inner mystic, then reach out to me, DM me, and we can set up some time. So if the mystical series is resonating with you, and you would like to give to my ministry of joy, which is what I do, it's my full-time work. I am a full-time minister. You can do so at Cash App and Venmo, and it is I am Rev Melissa. Okay? All right. So what are we doing? We are living life in joy because our inner mystic loves the vibration of joy, y'all. And we are connected to our yes. And our inner mystic is always saying yes. It's the law. All right, y'all. So now it's time for some joy news. It's time for some joy news. Okay. So we are, I think for the new moon meditation, we're going to do something around mystics. We're going to have a meditating with the moon mystical experience, extravaganza even maybe. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I'm getting a download, y'all. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Okay, okay. All right. So mark your calendars. March 13th is a Saturday at 4 a.m. Meditating with the new moon. Yes, we're gonna get it in. We're gonna get it in. Okay. Please continue to support my Sit with Rev Melissa podcast. You can find it on Spotify, on Apple. The current series is the Sacred series, and I just dropped a new episode, Sacred Relationships. So please check that out and subscribe. Living Life in Joy is not today. So at noon today, there won't be any Living Life in Joy. Don't get it twisted. I'm still living life in joy. The show won't be on today. The show is on Sunday. We're moving it to Sunday at 10:30 a.m. So just show up for that too. Living Life in Joy on Sunday. I have a very special guest, so you don't want to miss that. All right. I'm also speaking on March 14th, which is the following Sunday at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. And the topic is Release and Let Go. And believe me, we will be singing that song, Release and Let Go. Okay. Also, you can support my Joy line by buying my Sip Joy mug, the t-shirts. Do I have any down here? Yes. Here's one of my t-shirts. Living life in, good. Thank you, producer. Living life in joy. Some of my congregation of joy rocking the Joy line merchandise. So t-shirts connect to your yes and live life in joy. I have joy socks that say joy, joy, joy. And Nan modeled a pair of the socks for me. And so they are warm and toasty and cozy. There they are. So please go to my Etsy store at iamrevmelissa and get your Sip Joy mug. I say the Sip Joy mug is 15 ounces of joy that you can sip on all day long. You can put whatever you want in it, some soup. It's nice and big. So please support Etsy. It's my Etsy store, I Am Rev Melissa. Let's see. Hero hoodies. It's not too late. I shared yesterday. Continue to spread the news, right? If you have supported the Hero Hoodies movement, you can continue to do so by just spreading the word. Spread the good news. Put a post on your social media and just let folks know to go to giveherohoodies.com to support. And so March is a big month for Hero Hoodies. 3 cities, Louisville, Walls, Mississippi, and Memphis, Tennessee. So big month in March supporting women who are in shelters with their children. And you'll know the Congregation of Joy was focused on children's size hero hoodies. And we met our goal of 10. And we were I have an update, y'all. The overflow keeps overflowing because now we're from 12 to 14. We're at 14 now. 15. We're at 15 now. Let me tell you what had happened. So this is what had happened. So I got the hoodies for my girls. They wanted to do the hero hoodies. They wanted to know that other children are going to get a hero hoodie. So we get the hero hoodies. And in my mind, my girls are still my little babies. But they 14, y'all. They don't wear children's sizes anymore. So they said, it's okay, mommy. Just send those to Mr. Sekou. That's what they call Sekou, right? Send them to Mr. Sekou. So I'm going to send their 2 to Mr. Sekou. So those 2. So now there's 4 from from Aria and Zola. And then Stacy is also donating 2. So we're up to 15, y'all. We're up to 15. I love it. I love it. Thank you all so much for the support. Can we see those hoodies again? Absolutely, Diego. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Here's one. This is an adult size one. This is not a child size one. So Hero is helping everyone reach optimism, and it surely does. It surely does. And you're talking about you want to create an inner mood for your mystic. Do your meditating with a hero hoodie on, y'all. Oh, yes. That vibration is all up in the hoodie. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I did a whole series. High emotion radiates overflow. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I meditate often in my hero hoodie. So, yes, let's do that. Let's do that and get that going. Okay. All right. So, thank you for the support. Go to giveherohoodies.com and share on your social media. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. I'm going to wrap it up. Please donate to New Thought Media Network so they can continue to flourish and extend and expand the network in marvelous, magnificent ways. You could go to their website, ntmedia.org, and click on donate. All right, y'all. So thank you all for being with me today. I hope you're enjoying this mystical ride. I know I am. I'll see you tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on New Thought Media Network, on Facebook, and on YouTube. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.